Now let's talk about AWS Serverless Application Model, or SAM. The AWS Serverless Application Model is an open source framework that enables you to build serverless applications on AWS. Now, a serverless application is not just a Lambda, it's a Lambda and any other resources it uses. So a SAM model might include a S3 bucket or a DynamoDB table or an API gateway. The first step in installing SAM, or the SAM command line tool, is to make sure that you have Docker installed. Docker has installation guidelines for different types of platforms. For the OS X, there is a download the DMG, and once it downloads, it's very simple just to copy it into your application directory. The next step is installing the command line tools that go along with it. The first command line tool that you need to install, if you haven't done so already, is the AWS command line interface, or AWS CLI. It can be installed. It also has a number of different installers and ways of installing depending on the operating system you're working on. In our case, we'll just install it using the pip installer. So once we've installed the AWS command line tools, then we'll want to install the SAM command line tools, which are in addition to the AWS command line tools. We'll once again use pip to install these, though there are installation instructions for other ways of installing them. So now we should have both AWS command line tool and a SAM command line tool. The next thing you'll need to do if you're going to use these command line tools is set up credentials. To set up credentials for these tools, go to your console in your AWS, and you want to go to your user access and encryption keys, or IAM. Go to your users and pick the user you wish to act as from the command line. In this case, I'm going to pick this one. Once you've selected the user you wish to act as from the command line, select security credentials, and you want to create an access key. Once you've created your access key, you could either show it at this point, this is the only time you'll be able to see it, or download it as a CSV file. I'd recommend downloading it. Put the file someplace safe and secure. It has the keys that will give someone access to your account if they have them, and you won't have a chance to create the same key again. Once you have your credential keys, you should set them up with your command line tools. By using the AWS configure command. So here you'll enter your access key that you just generated, the secret access key that you also just generated, whatever region you wish to work in, and you can accept the default output format. Now you should be able to use the configure list to see who you're logged in as and to see that you have access keys and secret keys set up. This will enable you to access and interact with your AWS account from the command line. So for example, you can look at all the S3 buckets that are in your account. All of the services APIs are represented by the AWS command line. So you should be able to interact with those and do most of the things you can do in the AWS console.